welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Hope everybody is good. Broke out the Sauvignon Blanc again tonight, so have some drinky poos. It's the beginning of my holidays, so why not? So yeah, let everybody take a minute to join, give us a little thumbs up, a little heart. Let us know you're there. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to get started a little bit while we're waiting for everybody.
Your brother's watching?
Hello, Simon.
Christine in Glasgow.
Hi, Christine. Glasgow. Oh, windy. Yeah, it was windy today, wasn't it?
Claudia.
I was on the motorbike. Hi, Claudia.
Jackie.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Claudia says you look like a lady with your gloves.
Oh, thank you.
Mandy is watching.
I'm a lady and I do ladies things.
Mandy is watching.
Oh, hi, Mandy. Yeah, these aren't my proper ones. These are a little bit small.
Margaret from breezy West Yorkshire.
Oh, hi, Margaret. I'm doing some free motion quilting because I'm finishing up. This is a Helen Newton pattern. It's going to be a cushion cover. I went with a sheep.
Christine from
oh, hi, Christine.
Dry and Warm Cornwall.
Oh, nice.
Diamond is watching.
Oh, hi, Shirley.
Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Susan.
Hi, Susan. So I just thought I'd share some free motion quilting / embroidery. It's pushing my tails through. Let's try and keep it all neat.
Joanne and Mum Maureen.
Oh, hi, Joe. Hi, Mum Maureen.
Joanne's been painting a hallway and lost track of time.
Oh, that's okay. We were a couple of minutes late because somebody had to have a potty break.
Kate.
Hi, Kate. Not me.
Your mum is watching.
Hello, Mum.
Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Joan.
Hi, Joan.
Laurie.
Oh, hi, Laurie.
Judy.
Hi, Judy. Just going to do a knot and then I'm going to bury my tails.
Kath says what a lovely dress you're wearing.
Oh, thank you. It got really warm. I was in jeans earlier. I was in my motorbike jeans because I was on my motorbike today. I was on Ruby. But then I got way too warm.
Ross is watching.
Oh, hi, Ross.
And Sue is watching.
Hi, Sue. Well, don't forget I'll be on Sewing Street again in the morning, so this won't be super... Well, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. It definitely won't go past 9.
Cheryl is watching.
Oh, hi, Cheryl. Hello, Link. Yes. Who's a good Kit Kat? So let me just bury my tails so I keep it sort of neat and tidy on the back side.
John Scott is watching, saying yes, it's with me.
John. Oh, yay! Well, yeah, Mikey's coming with me tomorrow, so you get to see Mikey as well. Or Mikey will get to see you, rather.
I've already seen John.
I know, but you haven't seen him lately.
No, that's true. Cheryl?
Besides, it's never a bad day when you see John.
No. Joanne asked, will we get sneaky peeks of tomorrow's project?
Oh, I can do. I did some sneaky peeks last week. I'll admit I'm still putting the borders on one of them. But you'll get the gist. I will run over and show you. So you got to see the table topper last week. I did finish the wall hanging, which also has a table runner to go with it, which is very swanky. It's all gold and silver and elegant.
Anne says your American piecing patterns arrived and enjoying giving this technique a go.
Oh, yay.
And
good,
John
good.
says, oh, fab.
Yay. Yeah. So, what did I just do? I just did middle of my flower. So I just did that little circle. So now what I've done, I've got some stems to draw in. So I've drawn them in with my friction pen. Yeah, Link's getting tummy rubs. So I'm going to go over the lines as best I can. And then these ones, once I've done these, I've actually got some more flowers to add on.
Jackie asks, when will they be available to buy?
What's that? Oh, these?
Yes.
Oh, these are not. So I did a workshop last week, and this is sort of left over from the workshop I did. But yeah, but I'll see you tomorrow anyway, so I'll have a chat.
Your Sarah is watching.
Hi, Sarah. So, we'll see. Now, friction lines are only there for a guideline, not for a set in stone. So, I don't have anything underneath because, famously, when I did this before, I actually sewed over my mat, my slippy mat underneath.
Oh, Sandy is watching, and Jackie says, no, not those, the table topper.
Oh, table topper. Tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow morning. So I'm on tomorrow morning with John, and it will be...
We're assuming it's 9 and 11.
We're assuming it's 9 and 11, because I never know. Surprise! You're on at 8.
Sandra says, nice dress.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And Lori says she loves your spotty gloves.
Oh, thanks. I think these were a freebie in a magazine, but they're grippy, so it's easier to do free motion. I do have a proper pair somewhere, but I couldn't find them.
Thank God for John. It's 8 and 10.
Oh, thanks, John. Okay, good to know. Well, I to be fair, in my defence, I did look on the brief, and it did not say. It just said your first show. So, okay, so it's not just me not reading the brief. Usually, I actually did read it, and it didn't say.
Diana's watching.
So thank you very much, John. I'm ready anyway. I'll be ready at 8, so not a problem. We'll be there.
Christine says, does your nails match your dress?
My nails are a bit of a sore point at the moment because they need a bit of a break.
John says green at 8 and gold at 10.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that matches what it said on the brief. At least as far as which one was first. Cool. All right. Allons-y.
Barbara is watching.
Oh, hi, Barbara. Oh, wow. I'm actually impressed with myself. I'm actually getting it sort of on the line. Ooh, but I might stop. There we go. So my recommendations, if you're doing any free motion embroidery like this, is minimum of 2 lines per sort of line, if that makes sense. Go over it twice. It always looks better when you go over it twice, and it will look sort of doodly. What you're going to...
Your Sarah says, well, you need to wear gloves when messing about with Ruby.
Yeah, and I did try to. Mine, they're actually being washed at the moment because I changed her oil and she rudely weed all over my gloves. So I'm trying to get the used oil out of them.
Judith is watching.
Oh, hi, Judith.
And Link is walking. Christine says her neighbor has gifted her with a manicure next week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that, if I do say so myself. The thing about free motion embroidery and quilting is it's just a have a go. There, that's what, oh, get more caught up. That's my first flower. Link, you're not helping. That's what the bit I just did. So you can see I went over it twice. If you go over it once, it will look untidy. And it will look like it's not supposed to be untidy. But if you go over it twice and each line is untidy, then it looks like it's meant to be like that. At least that's my defense. Hey, Link. I'm just going to push these through. I'm not going to tie them off this time. Or maybe I will. Link. Ow! You need your nails cut, mister.
Judith says that's lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Sue says a friend of hers always says free motion is easier with a glass of wine.
That is true. It's coming out a lot nicer, I have to admit, after I've already had sort of a cheeky half glass. It is going a lot smoother.
Karen said she avoided free motion for ages, didn't think it was for her, but now I've tried it and she is hooked.
Yay, good. And it's so nice for just doodling designs, or if you do a little postcard, Christmas cards, anything like that. You can just have a lot of fun, and you can use up a lot of little scraps. And if you haven't seen them, Helen Newton has an Etsy page. I think it's called Lily Blossom on Etsy, where she has all of her patterns for sale. And they are super nice.
Christine says you make free motion look easy.
Oh, thanks. It is just practice. It's also a lot of not really caring about your stitches, and it is practice to match the stitch speed with your hand movement speed. But once you get going, especially I do recommend having half a glass of wine before you start. It goes a lot easier. And actually, I wasn't able to download it, but I do have a picture from one of the ladies who took my class last week, who did the same thing, and I think it's... No, this lady had done a little bit of free motion before, maybe one class, but I don't think she's practiced extensively, and I need to see her picture because I know her design was really pretty when we left class, and she had started to stitch it. So here we go. And I haven't basted any of this. I've got it layered up, but none of it is basted. So I'm just...
Christine says she was amazed when Helen Newton did a wine glass on her pub cushion.
Oh, yeah. I have that one too. I need to... I've got a few of them. I've got the flower shop, I've got the bakery, I've got the greengrocer. I think it'd be really nice to do a quilt, a village quilt with all of the shops on it, and and the florist. Did I say florist? I probably did. Here we go.
Jackie said she was hopeless at free motion, but her friend took it to it like a duck to water. She put it down to the fact she used to ice celebration cakes.
Oh, yes. You have to have a lot of fluidity.
Anne is watching.
I am. So I'd say this one is unusual in that it has some free motion stems and things like that. But the harbour one that one of my ladies did, it is literally, you just go sort of 1/8 of an inch around the outline of all your shapes, or your applique-on shapes. A bit like what I've done with the sheep. So you just go around the edges. And because you've got a line to sort of follow, and it doesn't matter if it's squiggly, it makes it, her patterns are so easy to look amazing. She makes it really easy to make you look good.
Karen says, yes, a village quilt would be lovely. You'll have to add that to your to-do list.
To my list, yeah. My ever-growing list. I think as it is, I think I have to lift to 120 to fulfill everything.
Joanne says she has glove in me.
Oh. They are literally freebies. I mean, they are a bit small, but they are doing the job of gripping. They've got all sort of dots on the inside to make them grippy, so that it's easier to move it around underneath.
Margaret says no floating pig this week.
No, I did take him down because I'm going camping next week, and I wanted to make sure I didn't forget him, because that's the sort of thing I would do. So I actually put him with the tent. But I will post a picture of him when I've erected my tent next week, so you can see. And it also reminds me, so next Friday I will be camping at the Women in Motorcycling exhibition. So I probably will do a short live stream at 8 and show you where I am and the campground and the pig, and have a little chat. There won't be a fireside. There may be wine. Yeah, there will be a lot of ladies, so you'll get to see that. Go. That's that bit. There's that bit.
Christine asked, do you think a light pair of gardening gloves would be okay to use when you do free motion?
I'm trying to think. They might be, the cottony ones. What I've also seen used is, because they do have some really good grip, and you don't want it to be slippy. What I have seen is the liner that you use on shelving. It's sort of bubbly and net. It's like a rubberized net almost that you put on shelving to keep things from slipping. I have seen people use that, and so like Philippa Naylor will use that, and just a little square in each hand so that she can use that square to then pinch or hold her fabric as she's going underneath the machine. She likes that rather than gloves because it's not as hot, and she seems to have more control. Oops.
Diamond says, don't we all wish we were Angela Walters? Sadly, I have the skills of Mrs. Overall. Claudia asks, will I be house and cat sitting? Yes.
Oh yeah. And there's curries in the fridge in case anybody's concerned, and Kiev's, so he is set for food.
Oh, spoil for choice.
Yeah.
Joanne says, she's also saying it's 8 and 10 for you tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Good.
Jackie says the gardening gloves from the pound, gloves from the pound shop are good.
Yes, they would work as long as they've got a little bit of grip, basically.
Maureen says the first time she tried free motion was in Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
My friend Ellison made up little kits but didn't have enough gloves. We were very limited on supplies, so improvised and used little squares if the stuff you put under carpets to stop them slipping.
Oh yes, it's a similar thing. Similar thing to the shelving stuff. Right, so that's that. Now I think what I will do is I'll add my other flowers on before they get lost, because I have a feeling that that is going to happen. Oh, I put them here. Yes, this is my sheepy. Yeah, it was a sewing quarter pattern back in the day. Those are all my flowers.
Joanne says, just check the color doesn't come out on the cheaper gardening gloves.
Oh, good point. Good point. Yes, always worth a check. That's going to go down there.
And Maureen says quilting gloves are great.
Yeah. It's not something I use very often, but it's stuck in the drawer, and for times just like this when it's like, actually, they would be really handy. And it saves you having to sort of struggle. That goes there. I think I cut more than I needed, but that's okay. We'll have an extra one somewhere. Do you have one that goes there-ish? Which way? Sort of that way? Yeah. There we go. And then get off me. That's a trouble, it's too sticky. Get off. That's that one. So there's one sort of here, isn't there? And then one here. That'll work. How's that looking?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, that'll sort of go there. So, is it plugged in? Is it plugged in? Oh, it's not plugged in, but it won't take long because this is the cordless one. There we go. Give me a chance to imbibe. There it goes. There we go. Don't worry, there is a pad under. There's a wool pad underneath this. There we go. That's all I need of that. Now.
Sue has Sauvignon Blanc.
I'm sorry?
Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, yes, it is Sauvignon Blanc. New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. I haven't had any for a long time. It's been in the cupboard. But I decided that it was time to break it out. So, how am I going to... Oh, how am I going to do these? This could be interesting. So, I wonder... I did that. Up. I think I'm just going to go around the outline. There we go. Alright, let's give it a try. See how it goes. I'm going to go a little bit slower for this because I want to. This will be good. I'll show you I'll do it once and you can see how it looks like done once, and then you can compare it to how it's done twice.
Karen asks, what needles are you using?
So for free motion quilting, I'm not sure if this is one, it is kind of working, but what I do recommend is a Microtex needle, or it's also called a Sharps or a quilting needle. The difference in name is different by the company that makes them. So different companies call them different things, but they're all essentially similar. So whether it's a Microtex, I don't know if I've got any in here. I think that, have a look. Ouch. Let's see. I don't think I do have any in this one. Microtex or Sharps, the end is longer and pointier, so it goes down slightly further, but the end is more tapered and pointier basically, and the eye is a different shape. It all works to make it a lot easier to do this. But I tend to use a Sharps or a Microtex when I'm piecing anyway. So I tend to always have them on. Ooh, that skipped. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know if you can show that. That's my one line going around, and it isn't even. It looks a little bit hokey, and it looks like it shouldn't be that way. It looks like it should be neater. But once you do the second round, it all looks like it should be like more doodly.
And Jackie says, so it wasn't her fault I couldn't do it. It was the needle.
Yes, it was totally the needle. Also, the type of thread that you use makes a difference. There. So it's still not perfect. It's actually even more unperfect. But I think that's the charm of the technique.
Christine says she mentioned to her husband that she would love a glass of Chevrolet, and he bought her a bottle.
Oh,
I haven't
nice.
had any wine for a couple of years, so I'm looking forward to a glass on the weekend.
Yes. It's nice for a treat. Last year, I have to admit, lockdown, there was a lot more wineage consumed. But not this year. This year, it is a Friday night evening only.
Debbie asks, instead of knotting the thread and sewing the end into the quilt, could you finish with a few stitches on the spot and cut off?
Oh yeah, definitely. You could do just a lock stitch or a little back stitch or something like that, whatever works best. I just do this out of habit more than anything, because this is how it's obviously a lot neater than this, but this is how I finish my threads when I'm doing the long arm quilting, so I tend to carry it through because it's one of the few things I'm a bit OCD about.
The type of stitches were a question on University Challenge.
Oh,
you got those right? Remember?
Yes, a lot of people got that because they were quite easy. I mean, if I'm honest, even you got one right. Did you get one right?
Maybe.
I thought you did. Oh.
Christine says she hasn't had any alcohol because of her medication.
Oh. Well, that's no good. Although I have to admit, there are some lovely non-alcoholic drinks out there now. There's a lot more choice than there used to be.
Debbie says many things. I've only ever knitted the threads.
Oh, yeah. No, you can definitely do that. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way. I mean, the whole thing is inherently a little bit messy. You can see how it looks on the back. You can really see the doodles. Let's see, I might try one of these. Let's see how it goes. Right, this one I've actually ironed over and redrawn the lines a couple of times because I wasn't happy with them. So we'll see. We'll see how close I can get to it. And also how you position your quilt. So I'm finding that, I guess I'm going in the same direction, similar direction as you would normally sew. So I am going sort of towards me, drawing towards me, rather than doing much away. If I have to go away, if that makes sense, I will reposition it.
Christine says no alcohol, but way too much tea and cake.
Oh, yeah.
And Anne says I'm the same, Christine, but I'm sure I'd feel better if I had a large gin.
Yes. I have to admit, I've become a convert to a fruitcake. My brother has converted me. And there is another one that's sort of on the go, brewing as we speak. One is in the cake tin, maturing, getting fed. Michael's belly isn't very happy about that because fruitcake in this house used to be only his domain, so there was no pressure for him to actually eat the cake in a hurry because he knew he had plenty of time because nobody else was going to eat it.
Belly doesn't like competition.
I know. Well, you snooze, you lose.
Deborah says she's been watching for a while. Think I'm ready to take the plunge. Love applique quilting. Which thread is the best? Oh, okay. So it will largely depend on your machine. I'm run and get something, and I will grab the bits for tomorrow too. Be right back. Put some hold music on. You're not putting hold music on. You're supposed to go do do do. Okay, so this is going to stick mix tomorrow. I've got Aurifil 50 weight, and I find that's been working really well. And this may look black, but it's actually navy. So I tend to use a thread other than black, something that's quite dark. So either a navy or very dark grey, very dark brown, because black can be quite stark. But a dark colour will look just as good as black, only it won't be quite so harsh. And then the other one that is really good for free motion, because it's quite slippy and will go through your machine quite well, is bottom line or top line. So bottom line is a polyester thread, superior thread. It's technically supposed to go only in your bobbin, but I use it top and bottom. It doesn't matter.
So top line is for your top thread, bottom line is for your bottom bobbin thread, but I use them interchange them, it doesn't matter. It's a polyester, it's quite slippy when I say that even. I swear I've only had like 1 full glass of wine. It's quite fine, but it works really well. So when I first started free motion quilting and I used this machine, I could not for the life of me get it to work. But by changing the thread and changing the needle, it has made all the difference. And so yeah, I recommend doing both of those things if you're not getting on with the setup that you've got. And then also make up some little postcard size sandwiches of, you don't even have to have a backing on them really, of a top, just a plain top fabric and some wadding, and just having a practice with doodling. You can use your friction pen to draw some simple flowers or anything that you want and just have a go. And then once you're confident and it's all working well, then add some fabric colours in there as well. Ah, that's why it's not quite got knocked. It went to the tortoise. There we go. Up there, so you can see, I mean, my stitches are a bit random, very tiny or very long. They're not even at all, but I think it works. I mean, just go for it. Don't panic too much about it. And I find a slightly faster speed works better for moving it around. If you go too slow, if your needle goes too slow, what you might find is that your needle is in the down position when you want to move your fabric, and it will jump, or you might bend the needle. So don't be afraid to go quite fast, but you can go slower with your hands. It's just practice.
Deborah says thank you so much for the help, and Sandra says it's looking great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed, if I do say. Because it's messy, but it still looks good. That's what I love. It's perfect for me.
Christine says it's lovely.
Oh, thank you. It's whimsical. Like our house.
Elizabeth says she loves free motion. It's drawing with a needle. It's so satisfying.
It is, and I wish we could have had this at school. If I'd have been introduced to this at school, I would have been well away. Because I did a little bit of sewing, but nothing, you know. Like, this is a complete revelation that you can actually draw with a sewing machine. What time is it getting to be anyway?
About 1:45.
Oh, okay. So I might be able to get a bit more of this done. Cool. Oh, okay.
Yes, Jackie, there has been several comments about the different types of fruit cakes on that I've been neglecting to share. It's because I don't want to give you any more reasons to eat them.
Oh. Well, I do have one basting at the moment, although I'm not sure. Yeah. I've been altering the recipe and the tin technique. So that one might be a little bit on the dry side. So I'm dousing it with rum. So, but that's going to be for us. But I have been asked to make Simon's wedding cake. So that will be the next one. The next batch will produce the wedding cake. So that will be able to ferment and sit and age and get fed.
Deborah says the quilt is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to do this flower. And then I'll have it be at a stopping point. I'll show you the sneak peek for tomorrow. Because it is quite lovely.
Your Sarah says, and my coffee and carrot cake.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm off work, so I'll be able to make some. Not next week, but the week after. That one's a bit shaky. There. I'll stop that there for now so I can show you. Let me stand up. This is wool hanging from a panel. Oh, it's upside down. It's not quite finished, so I've got to put a couple more borders on it, which will happen tonight. Or maybe tomorrow. So that's that. Isn't it nice? I do love a Christmas tree panel. For lots of reasons. One, because it is Christmas and why not have a Christmas tree panel, but also for those people who can't or don't have room for a Christmas tree, I think it'd be perfect. And there is, so you also get a little bit extra on the panel, and there's a table runner that goes with it as well to make. So you get the wall hanging and the Christmas panel from this always gorgeous, I'll show you, so all the fabrics. So there's 3 fabrics that come with it. So you can see it's sort of a gold foil. And then you get the grey shimmer, which has a silver speckle through it. Again, foil, not glitter. You've got a gold speckle, so on white, which is a foil. And then a gold snowflakes, which has some gold foil on it. It's good to see them moving away from the glitter as well.
Kirsty says she's always in awe of everyone who can free motion. It just won't come to her. I'm fine with straight stitching and following instructions. I'm just not comfortable if there's nothing to follow.
Oh, well, use your friction pen. If you have a friction pen, or even just a pencil line that you can go over. Because I wouldn't feel comfortable doing this. As you can see, I have drawn my lines in with a pen. So I'm literally just following my lines, which is making it a lot easier. But yeah, I'd say have a go. It's actually quite fun. Once you get into it and it's working well, this is a really fun to have a go at. So, looks like that one wants to be done first. We'll do that one first.
Mandy asks, how did the dresses fit you made last week for Kaylee and Alice?
Oh, I don't know yet. They both liked them. I think they will fit fine. I didn't actually get to see them on. I'll have to ask her for a picture when they do try them on. But yeah, they definitely will fit. And they managed to get done in time.
Elizabeth says practice with paper and pen to draw your design first helps with muscle memory.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I have heard that. Especially when free motioning feathers or things like that. Link, what are you doing? But I will have a picture of the finished cushion from one of my class, from the class from last Saturday. It was the harbour scene, so for one of the students. So you'll be able to see. Oh, I need to get permission from her first to post it, so it might not be over the next day or so. I think she'll say yes. A bit skewy. That's okay. I might get this flower done tonight. So then all I'll have to do will be my pink flowers left to finish, and then maybe something in the border. Oh, who's a happy cat? Can you hear purring? Yeah, I'm definitely happy I drew on the lines. I think I'm going to go do the final flower first.
Wendy asked what happened to the code. Is it still WIP?
Yes. In a word. Yes, I think I need to add a couple of hexagons to it to make it big enough before I can start quilting that side. But yeah. It is definitely a WI. But actually, I might take it with me. Oh, I'm out of mine. I might take it with me when I go camping, so I can do a little bit of hand piecing of an evening.
Elizabeth says it's addictive. You just can't stop.
No, it's fun. undone. I'll show you. And it's so quick. I mean, it's obviously it took longer to do all the applique, but there we go. That's it. So I'll need to finish my flowers on the other side. I'll show you the back. Obviously there's more free motion quilting on the front than the back because I did some on the sheep before it was layered up. But you can see how messy it looks. But it still looks great. At least I think it does. So that's that. And yeah, so I will be on Sewing Street tomorrow, 8 and 10 apparently, with Christmas. It's gonna be Christmas. Marco doesn't know yet, but it's Christmas. He may have to be wearing his Christmas jumper.
Why? I'm not going to be seen.
No, but John will see you. He has a Santa beard, so. So yeah, so I will see you tomorrow at 8 on Sewing Street. Mum knows the channels. If not, somebody I'm sure will put the channels because I can never remember what they are. I think it's 74 on Freeview. And I have no idea about Sky because I don't watch Sky. But that's it for tonight. Next Friday will be a short live stream from the Women in Motorcycling exhibition, camping. And the week afterwards, I don't know what's happening. Oh, I'm still on holiday. So yeah, it could be anything. Anyway, thanks for joining, and I will see you next week. Or I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Good night, all.